the day.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Back here on the opening kickoff as we'll. So the Seahawks ready.
No excitement unless you're on the defensive team. Fundamentals, footwork. How do they get a win?
An incomplete pass leads to second. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock.
Week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have
Ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 13 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
This is 2nd and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. Looking for, and it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
To the 27-yard line. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the start. This team.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. A fit play, and it's 2nd down.
Purdy now to throw. It's 3rd and about a foot.
And the 49ers are set up now. A pretty long long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost.
Bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. 7-3. So there. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC on the other side.
The NFL, any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This 2nd and 4. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And
right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
down to about the 23. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Smith's throw into the hands of Fant.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. This is Fant on the short completion. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again is Smith.
They're complete to Smith and Jigba.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Now 2nd and 3.
Smith.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Out of the gun, Smith. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Smith. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing
Back now on EA Sports at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's Seahawk football as we rejoin the action in the second quarter. Throwing on second and long. Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Final play of the half, Purdy.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Smith on third down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak 16 on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Here's McLeod on the return. Return there of 14 yards.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At about the 32.
On first down, Purdy. Now he's free to midfield.
And finally brought down at the 43. 25 yards that time.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Purdy.
His throw incomplete.
This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second down, here's Purdy to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Purdy on 4th down. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to have the Niners first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And Purdy's throw going to be taken in by Ayuk.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up.
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a... The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
It's caught. Lockett. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little game. The Seahawks converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Throwing now is Geno.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Toss left side for Walker.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Smith. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Brandon Ayuk. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Niners are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, here's Smith.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Geno. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Smith. This complete to Lockett. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw, Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. This is the tight end Fant. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, he stays up.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it 24-13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Caught by Ayuk, who is rolling in this game.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Play action. Now Purdy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1.
So Geno and the Seahawks down by 11, a little under 50 seconds to go.
Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down.
He completes this to Walker, but no help there as they'll get to him at the 5. 2nd and 6 coming up. Running left is Walker, and that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your